We'll see some basic differences between Python and Java. So C++, Python, Java, all are object-oriented programming languages. So Python is an interpreted language, whereas Java is compiled. So we have interpreted prompt in Python. So we call it as command prompt. So we can execute all the basic notations here itself without writing any code. So programs written in Java must be explicitly compiled into bytecodes. We use the term class files. And we have IDE, Integrated Development Environment. Python is dynamically typed and Java is statistically typed. So what is the difference? A variable must be declared in Java. So before its use, you want to assign a value, it must be declared. So we don't need any variable declaration in Python. We can assign a value to it without declaration. So we can assign any type of value, can be integer, real or string also. So look at this example. Some variable is equal to 42 and some variable is equal to hello world. So if a variable is declared as integer, I cannot assign any other data type value into integer because it is statically typed. So Python supports built-in types like integer, boolean, real and complex numbers. So apart from these we have strings, lists, dictionaries. Java is having two types of data types, primitive and reference. So primitive is int, float, double, boolean, char, etc. And you have arrays as reference types. And we have large number of classes. So every statement in Java must end with semicolon. So Python is line oriented statements and at the end of line, unless the line break is explicitly escaped with backslash. Python comments begin with hash. So Java is having two types of comments, single line and multiple line. For single line comments we use double slash. For multi-line comments we use slash, star and star slash. So Python strings can be enclosed in either single quotations or double quotations. So Java string must be enclosed in double quotations only. If it is a single character, you can put it within single quotations, but a string must be placed within double quotations. So we have logical operators, relational operators in both Python as well as Java. The comparison operators like less than, greater than, they can be applied to numbers, strings, even for other types of objects. So in Java, all the comparison operators must be applied to primitive types only. Only one or two operators like equal to and not equal to can be applied to any object. So we don't have any proper significance in naming classes, variables, functions, etc. In Java, the most names are mixed case. The class name always begins with an uppercase letter. So if you find anything, the first letter capital, it must be class name. The variable and function name always begin with a lowercase letter only. If I have some methods, a method is of two words. The first letter of the second word must be capital letter. If I have three words, the first letter of second word and the first letter of third word must be capital in case of methods. If I have one word with the first letter capital letter, indicates it's a class name. So we have loops concepts in both Python as well as in Java. So we don't use do while in Python. We just compare both Python and Java here. So we don't use braces also to represent a block in Python, but we follow the notation of indentation. We need some spaces to be maintained, which indicates the beginning and ending of any particular block. So in loops also we don't be using braces in Python. So look at the syntax difference in conditional statements. If condition colon, we need to use colon with if and else also. So we have if elif notation in Python, just like if else if. We don't have switch case in Python for multi-way conditional statements. So look at a switch case example in Java. The scope of a Python conditional statements or looping statements is denoted by indentation, as I told you earlier. We need to use some space, as we don't have a braces notation to represent a block or to represent the scope of conditional or looping statements. So look at the space notations in Python. If condition colon, the next statement must be placed after some space. So functions, a Python function definition must start with the keyword def followed by function name. A Java function definition always occurs in the context of some class, data type, return data type, function name, and parameters list. The function body is delimited by indentation. We can have any number of lines in Python, as we don't use any braces in function definition. So we can even use return in both Python as well as in Java. A Python function is called by specifying its name followed by the list of parameters. A Java function is called by specifying the object or the class to which it is to be applied, followed by a dot, object name dot function name, and followed by the list of parameters.